I was also thinking, what do you guys think about the specials?
It's funny you should mention that. It's funny, we watched it here, and I just can't get it out of my mind.
No. I walked into this movie expecting it to be one of the worst things I've ever seen.
Based on the trailer? Or?
Based on... Not so much on the trailer, but based on
what else
online
we've been watching
reviews
at the time, too.
The other things that we've been watching, Rotten Tomatoes ratings.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, oh, this is a 12%, 15% movie. And it's one of my favorite superhero movies of all time.
I have to say I agree with you because, okay, first of all, it's James Gunn, who we know has gone on to greater fame with Guardians of the Galaxy, The Suicide Squad, and then Superman and Peacemaker. And he has a singular vision, and whether you think he's perfect or not, the point is all of his movies and TV shows are James Gunn movies, right?
Yeah.
And TV shows. And this is an example. It's his style. It's his thing, right? And it's unique.
Yeah, because there have been other like spoof parody of superhero movies, but or the superhero genre, but nothing really like this. Like this was done so earnestly that I feel like it feels very low budget and personal. You know what I mean? Like it feels, and not in a bad way, not even necessarily like costumes or anything like that, but just like it doesn't feel like a big picture thing. Like it's a small scale. Scope. Everything that happens feels personal. Like all of the writing, all of the characters. It feels like if the three of us were to just write a movie together about like movies or things that we like and kind of spin it. Like it has that like homemade feel to it where
and also working within its own limitations. I get the sense of this movie, like if we were to sit down, like you were saying, let's do a superhero movie, our budget is $0.
Right.
How do we do a superhero movie with a budget of $0?
Right.
Well, you can't do a lot of fighting, you can't do any special effects. What else do superheroes do? Well, they get up, they eat breakfast, they argue with each other, they plan their day. They have interpersonal conflicts. They have trouble with their spouse, just like regular people do. And you don't see an awful lot of that in modern superhero movies because it's all focused on the big bad, the spectacle, the MacGuffin. What's the...
You know, it's funny because we have to go back at the beginning of the MCU. It was started by Jon Favreau, who became famous because he did the movie Swingers. Have you ever seen Swingers?
Swingers, a long time ago. I think I saw Swingers at the Loop.
Probably on movie night
in late 90s.
Right. So have you ever seen Swingers?
No.
Okay, I love this movie. It's just about guys in their 20s dating. That's it. But to go from that to then whatever, and then all of a sudden he's doing Iron Man, that's crazy. Now, Joss Whedon had a much longer career, but the fact that he went from, okay, I'm a screenwriter for hire, then I do Toy Story. No, I do the first Buffy.
Right.
Then I do Toy Story. Then I do this. Then I do that.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden...
Toy Story was Joss Whedon?
Yeah. He wrote the
I had
screenplay.
no idea.
Yep.
My God.
He was a working screenwriter, you know? And then the fact that all of a sudden he's doing the biggest movie ever made, Avengers at the time. It's inspirational as an indie filmmaker, but also, I mean, I don't want to shit on Zack Snyder, but he's a music video director. He's a director first and a writer second. And James Gunn is a writer. His movies don't look visually like, it's not Lawrence of Arabia. He's like starting from the heart, right? And then writing characters and going outward from that. And with the specials, he started with the characters, like let's put them in a house, living together and see what happens. And all of the jokes come from just these interpersonal jokes and conflicts and drama and you know, this guy's dating this girl and this blah blah blah, whatever. And I love that, right? And it works.
And everyone has their personal flaws. Everyone has their character flaws. And this movie is about them addressing those as much as anything else. Like that's kind of what the MacGuffin is. Them learning to work on their own damaged selves.
Right.
Fixing their screwed up relationships and realizing that they are family.
Yeah.
at the end of the day.
It's almost like a more of a like workplace drama first.
Yes.
And
Yes.
their jobs just happen to be superheroes, right? Like it's really just about coworkers fighting and learning to get along and dealing with each other, right?
It's so funny you should say that because Ian, have you seen a TV show called The Peacemaker?
I have not.
Okay, so it's written by a guy named James Gunn.
Never heard of him.
And it's about exactly what you're talking about. A bunch of co-workers working in an office who dress up like fools, like superheroes, and they have all these adventures and they do these things. If you think about it, like this is what I love about James Gunn is that he completely accepts the fact that it's almost like they're going to dress like Adam West Batman, but we're just going to accept it. This is the reality. We're not going to try to be cool. We're not going to try to be serious. We're just going to accept it. But somehow, like, this is the thing about Adam West. Adam West takes it seriously, right? What's his name? The actor that plays Peacemaker, John Cena, takes it dead seriously.
Right.
But it's serious, but it's absurd.
Like the character is not serious, but he's playing it serious.
Yeah,
like
it's
he's
like Adam
playing it
West.
straight.
Yeah. But the other characters, and I don't want to talk about this forever, but the other characters in Peacemaker are completely straight. Except most of them, half of them.
Yeah.
Like not Vigilante and not some of the other ones.
Yeah.
But the point is that it works, right? Mm-hmm. And in this movie, the specials, like if you took out, it's almost like we were talking about Midsummer. If you took out the superhero stuff, everything works.
Yeah.
Like you know, what's the girl's name with the black hair? She's like the protagonist.
Jesus, it's been so long since I've seen this that the character names.
It's been a while.
Well, when they go to her house, remember when she's sitting on like the date with Rob Lowe? Mm-hmm. Everything is like, forget the costumes. This is a real relationship with real people, and the way that he ends up treating her, it feels 100% real. Yeah. And anyone watching that can relate to it. I think that's why this movie works, right? Mm-hmm. And Marvel movies, they have moments like that. But for the most part, tiny moments.
Yeah.
But for the most part, Marvel movies are too, and this is, okay, this is my grand thesis, okay? Sometimes if you want a movie to be a personal expression, you're going to have to accept the fact that it's not going to be perfect. Because it's made by one person, one vision. It's a handmade. This is what Martin Scorsese said about John Carpenter. His movies feel handmade. Mm-hmm. When the camera moves, you can feel his hand moving it. It's not a computer moving it. It's his hand. And it might be a little bumpy and it might be a little whatever, but it's him doing it. Just like comic book art when it's hand drawn versus Photoshop, computer effects. You want that authenticity. And with a James Gunn movie like this movie, you can feel that, there's a couple parts that aren't perfect. Maybe a couple jokes don't land.
Yeah, it is a little bit like rough around the edges.
It's not
totally rough
it's not
around
a
the edges.
masterpiece, but it's his flawed movie, right?
Yeah, I almost don't want it to be cleaned up though.
Right.
I kind of like that. It almost feels like more of like a documentary because it is a little bit more rough. Like they just hired some guy to like record their lives, and it feels like the
almost
movie
like The
itself.
Office or something.
Yeah, it feels like the movie itself belongs in that universe too.
And
like
the movie doesn't need to be cleaned up.
No.
There's no point where things are suffering because they didn't have the budget for this. No.
Right.
The only time special effects really call into play is at the very, 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 very end and the closing credits, and you get to see a little snip of everyone's powers. It's unimportant. Mm-hmm. Everything else is just a character study, and you don't. It doesn't have to be polished.
Well, you can go back to, Tarantino, who some people like to shit on. But the fact is he basically thought, what if instead of focusing on the action of a bank heist or any crime movie, we show everything that happens in between? And with this movie, it ends with them being called to action. Like, the White House is being invaded, whatever they say. Mm-hmm. But
giant ants or something.
Yeah, giant ants. But in any, like, if you think about a superhero story, any any movie that deals with like the end of the world, well, the end of the world doesn't happen every day. So what happens in those in between moments? It's almost like our favorite superhero movie, Ghostbusters, which I say is a superhero movie.
I agree.
Yeah, right. Like when they're waiting. Okay, well, we're Ghostbusters, but remember, Bill Murray goes to Andy Potts. Have we got any calls? Nothing today. Okay.
Type something.
Well, type something. I'm paying you for this.
stuff.
Yeah. It's like that's what it is. Is in between all the calls, what are the Avengers doing? What is the Justice League doing in between missions? That's what this movie's about, right?
Yeah. And it's brilliant.
Yeah.
It's brilliant. Every single character just makes me smile. There's just so much heart. And everyone is just, again, from the very, very beginning, I was expected to be disappointed by this. By the opening credits, I was locked in. That very first scene where everyone's just waking up, and you get a taste of every single character's personality in that little bit, right down to the fact that you know that the amazing Strobe and Mrs. Incredible are fighting just because they're laying in bed, and he's just kind of they're back to back, and she rolls over a little bit like he just disappointed her in some ways that are only alluded to. But every character just feels so relatable. Every character feels so fleshed out just a few minutes into this movie.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you know what, too? I think that even some of the characters that aren't as fleshed out, by the end of the movie, these side characters feel like they have a little bit more of a place in the story, in the bigger thing. James Gunn's character at the start is kind of just like a joke, like he's just there for bits. But then by the end of it, he ends up
to get mad when people mispronounce his name.
Yeah,
it's minute man.
Like it has no real substance besides being funny. But then by the end, we're kind of like feeling for him, kind of not having a place in all of this. And then he ends up with, what's her name? The goth.
Becca, you mean? What is her name again? I can't remember.
But like those two
played by
characters
Judy Greer.
vibe together really well. And by the end of it, we don't know a whole lot about those characters' personalities in depth. Deadly Girl in depth, but we get this sense of like this is right. Like I like seeing them together. I like seeing them kind of building that relationship and them bouncing off each other. Like I don't know, it does a really good job of taking small moments and stretching them out and really making you feel like they're important.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny you mentioned that because like in Avengers 2, which you haven't seen yet.
No.
I feel like we might have talked about this on the podcast, but I'd love to talk about it again.
But the party scene, it's just a scene of them talking and hanging out
of their costumes
and telling stories.
They're drinking
It's
beer.
the best scene in the movie.
They're just like shooting the shit.
Right.
And then there's this like fun bit where they all try and lift Thor's hammer because only those who are mighty.
So it's kind of whatever they say. Yeah.
So it's kind of this fun bit where everybody's like joking around, trying to lift it. They're like betting money. Like it's
the best. It's so perfect. And then the last third of the movie is, oh no, the city is floating into space. We must stop it. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Get back to the party scene, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't expect a Hollywood movie to have 3 hours of people talking at a party.
Yeah.
But I'd like to see more of that, right?
Yeah.
I'd like to see more of just the relationships.
Yeah.
Like, why not, right?
Yeah, we have to care about these people. We have to care about our heroes just as much as we have to care about why the Earth's going to be destroyed this time.
Yeah.
Right.
Like why should I root for these particular people to save the world?
Yeah. If we don't get those scenes where they're having a party and getting to know each other, then when the world is ending, I'm not going to care.
They're just blank. You know what's funny? Have you guys ever seen a movie called The Matrix?
Yes.
Once or twice, yeah.
Okay. Now, Matrix is a classic. And Matrix is innovative, and I love The Matrix. However, there's one huge glaring flaw. The characters are all pretty freaking one-dimensional, in my opinion.
They're flat.
They're very flat. And I think the reason is because if you compare it to a movie like Star Wars... In Star Wars, they let the characters breathe and they let them sit there and they let them talk and they let them just be casual and whatever. In the Matrix, they don't really do that, and they don't really have individual personalities, right?
No, they're
all
bunch
kind
of
of cool.
cyberpunk.
And I think that's a huge flaw. Like that's a classic movie, but that's a huge flaw in that movie. It doesn't have any, I don't know what you'd call that, but it doesn't have it. Right?
No, you don't really care about the characters.
No.
Keanu Reeves just kind of broods.
Right.
Doesn't say anything.
Right. And so it's interesting because all of these directors come from somewhere. Like Jon Favreau came from doing movies about guys dating. Joss Whedon came from, we'll say, Buffy. And then Zack Snyder came from whatever the hell he did, music videos. I don't know what the hell he did. I don't like him. Michael Bay, music videos. Right?
Yeah, car commercials.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Even David Fincher did music videos, but he's one of my favorite directors.
Right.
But like, what's his name? James Gunn came from like this and other things. Slither. Have you ever seen Slither?
No.
Great movie. Oh my God, you will freaking love Slither.
Any relation to Cold Slither?
No relation, no relation. But we should watch it. Again, he just gets it. Like his movies don't ever look like they're not. Again, they're not Spielberg. They're not beautiful. They're not pretty. He just focuses on the characters. I think that's his strength. That's why I'm glad. Like again, he's not perfect, but we're living in a world where this guy can go from the specials to Guardians of the Galaxy to Superman. Yeah. Right? Like we should all be grateful for that, I think.
And they all have the same feeling, I think. James Gunn's, and they all have a little bit different tones. Like I'm not going to say Guardians of the Galaxy is the same as Peacemaker. They are different. But this sense of like family and belonging and the characters are always there, always constant. And I really love him as a filmmaker. I can't think of a movie that I disliked that he's done.
No, I'm with you on that.
Even some of the maybe not so strong ones have very strong moments, and he's just really good at writing characters like humans.
And to that end, I think that the specials, if it were made today, it would sell a ton of tickets.
I think you're right.
It wouldn't take much. It wouldn't take much change. Right? You'd have to tidy it up a little bit, but
it came out. It came out at a strange time because we're reviewing everything chronologically, and so Mystery Men came out, and this came out a couple years later. But this is so much better.
Did Mystery Man come out first?
I think we reviewed it first.
I'm not sure the exact order, but Mystery Man was 99. So what year is the specials? I don't know.
I got the sense that Mystery Men was the second movie. But
maybe
you might be right. Viewers. This is all cash, so we don't even know the camera's on right now.
No, we're not paying attention to anything. Mystery Men. Oh my goodness.
That was definitely 99. You can just look up the specials.
The specials.
Or maybe it was 99, 98.
Okay, the specials was 2000.
Okay.
All right.
So it was like a year later. And I think because of when it came out, it came and went. But if it came out today, like on Netflix or something, I think it would get more attention, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Especially with James Gunn's name behind it.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what, though? I think even without his name, I think it could do something. Yeah. Like it would have some sort of following. I feel like the specials doesn't even really have a cult following.
No, and it should.
Like I've never heard anybody talk about this movie.
Right.
No.
When I went on Letterboxd and looked up the specials after we watch it, and I found a bunch of people reviewing it at around the same time I was, and I realized they were all our friends at Meteor.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
They were all our friends at Meteor, like all of the recent reviews.
Sure.
So like I feel like today it would go viral. You know what I mean? Like it would have moments where it kind of blew up.
Well, this movie,
because it is special, you know, like there's
been many, and I have nothing to brag about, but there's been definitely things that I feel like I've not discovered, but it's like you said, where you Google something, you're like, oh, the third image is me or our thing.
That happened here. I was looking for something. When we did the original specials review, I was looking for an image to put on the backdrop, and I scrolled down like I searched a Google search for the specials. I scrolled down twice, and then there was the event.
Right. Because it's so like nobody knows about this thing.
Yeah.
It is weird when people don't dig deep. Like I've always dug deep, and I remember somebody going to see Mad Max Fury Road, okay, and being like, "I love that movie, man, it's so good." Oh, what'd you think of the first 3 Mad Max movies? What Mad Max movies? You don't know this is a sequel? Like if you like a movie and you really like it, wouldn't you go and just do one of these little Google?
Yeah, maybe.
Right? Some people don't do that. I don't know.
Yeah. Whenever I watch a movie, if I enjoy it or not, I will do a bit of a deep dive.
100%.
Just to see what do other people think. Am I thinking about this movie the right way?
Right.
Am I missing the point? Do I love something that's actually shit? Or am I not giving a great movie enough of a chance? And I'll look for other people's reviews. One of the first things that I do when I'm really into a movie, I'll YouTube the movie title and then Red Letter Media to see what those guys have to say about it.
Me too.
But it's unfathomable to me that you would sit down and spend a couple hours to watch the entirety of something and then not be a little curious.
Exactly.
I think that's the difference with like general audiences. I think the general audience are the people that are not going to Google it afterwards. They're just going to go see a movie and have a fun time, and then they're done with it at the end, right?
Seems like a waste to me.
I know what you mean. Like, okay, I can understand you're not going to go researching it, but how could you not piece together? It's called Mad Max Fury Road. Okay, maybe it's just a long title. I don't know. But I'm just saying, like, if you go to see Pirates of the Caribbean, something, you kind of would go, maybe there's other ones, right?
That's true, I guess. But the first one is called Pirates of the Caribbean: Curse of the Black Pearl.
That's true.
And that's not...
But would someone ever go see Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban or whatever and go, that must be the only one? It was really good, but there can't, wouldn't you
I think that the difference is, though, that's like a phenomenon. Like, that's like never hearing Superman.
Sure.
Like, it's not heard of.
Sure.
I feel like you can go without hearing about Mad Max because I think until Fury Road came out, it was a little bit
for that
kind
generation.
of lost.
Yeah, for that generation, sure. Yeah.
But I don't know.
But what about if you mentioned the specials to a average person on the street? That's what we should do. We should start a new feature, like standing on the corner of Olette and Wyandotte and just ask people like
a sign, flipping the sign.
Have you ever heard of the specials? And ask for the reviews. No one's heard of it, guaranteed.
0.
Yeah. I mean, let's be clear. My fantasy is that 10, 20 years from now, specials or any movie review will become a phenomenon, and they can be like, the movie was an unknown entity until a podcast called Laser Brains reviewed it, right? And then that started the explosion of love for this film, right? It could happen. Who knows? I don't know.
James Gunn, hold on. We're working for you.
We're working on it, buddy. We're working on it.
We'll get your career jump started in no time.
So here's the thing. I know we were talking about Mexican food, and then Ian really, really wanted to talk about the specials. Is there anything else you wanted to talk about?
Kind of rudely interrupted, if I'm being honest, about our conversation.
Kind of turn the conversation to you, but...
Sorry, guys.
But is there anything else with the specials?
It's a good thing we had these mics set up, though.
Well, now I'm hungry again, though.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
Should we end this by just continuing our conversation? And then...
Is there anything else you want to say about the specials, or you want to jump to Mexican food?
I think I'm back on Mexican food again.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Victoria Latina is the name of the restaurant. Victoria Latina. Check it out. My favorite. No, my second favorite. I can't say favorite. You said Hot Taco.
Hot Taco's great. There is.
Have you guys ever heard of Taco Bell?
Never.
I used to go there every week on Thursday for 25 years. And then as of last month, I stopped because I stopped for 6 months. Then I started, every time we did a podcast, I would go there for like a midnight snack. And then one night I went there and I was just like, this is fucking disgusting.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah, it can be pretty bad. So I'm not going there like ever again.
Never again? Never again?
Maybe not.
What about, if Demolition Man is right about anything.
Oh, shit.
Taco Bell is the only restaurant left.
We still have to watch Demolition Man. Okay, is that it?
I could really
Yeah.
go for a Baja Blast right
Yeah.
now.
Oh, dude, don't love Baja Blast. No, because the reason I say it, Ian, because hold on, is because I know what's gonna happen is we're gonna pack everything up. And you'd be like, oh, there's so much more I have to say. We're gonna have to do another episode. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, but and it's also funny that you didn't like since you haven't rewatched it. It's a distant memory now,
It
right?
kind of is.
Yeah.
It kind of is.
Yeah.
I was going to watch it last night, but I'm dealing with some. I got a broken furnace that I'm trying to fix.
okay.
Cool.
I was like, all right.
Well, I mean, let's put it this way: if a year goes by and you watch it again, we can create a new podcast and review it again. Why not?
let's just review the specials every 6 months.
There you go. Oh, like that. What's that thing?
Oh yeah,
you-
till death do us
Oh,
part.
there
yes,
you go.
yes.
We'll just
Yeah,
keep reviewing
yeah.
the specials.
That would be fun. Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, and our gimmick is that it's every 6 months, not every
Right.
year.
Yeah.
Well, you know what'd
It's
be
totally
funny
different.
is if we did like every podcast, like Laser Brains, then Tape Crusaders, then Last Call, then UK Corral. You know what I mean? Is it, they all
Right.
talk about the specials.
It's every
Then-
month we
Yeah,
talk about the
exactly,
specials.
exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess that's it then.
I guess that's it.
Okay. Well.
Last call.
Yeah.